Hello my friends, welcome to another video, and it's time for me to give you my honest review about the OnePlus 6T, a device that currently benefits from the fact that it's considered to be a flagship killer. I really don't encourage these marketing gimmicks such as this one as flagship killers and whatnot, mainly because to be a flagship killer you actually have to be at the same level as a premium flagship, and furthermore to perform better than a premium flagship. And this is something that the OnePlus 6T isn't actually achieving. The OnePlus 6T is a great device for the mid-range category, for the mid-range price category, but it has a lot of competition in that category, and mainly from other Chinese companies such as Huawei, Xiaomi, I don't know, Oppo, Vivo and whatnot. And compared to some of the other products by other companies, I actually prefer the Huawei Mate 20, the regular one, to the OnePlus 6T, because it brings a lot more to the table at the same price point. It brings a lot more features, a lot more performance, and those are things that actually matter to me. So this is why I don't really consider this to be a flagship killer. It has some interesting features. It performs really well compared to other devices on the market, but still this to me is nothing but a mid-range device. I do like some aspects, and one of them is the display. This is a Full HD Plus 6.4 inches in diagonal, and this is an AMOLED display. You also have this water drop notch. I do like the design of the phone, and I actually prefer this midnight black variant right here. It feels nice to the touch, it has a nice feeling in the hand, but I don't like the build quality, and as I said in previous videos, this device, at least my unit, has some issues with the glue coming out where it meets the metal frame, where the screen meets the metal frame. I have a portion of about 2 centimeters right here, and I'm not a big fan of the assembly, or if you want, of the build quality. Although the design is nice, and as I said, it feels really nice in the hand. Also beautiful display, beautiful screen. Still it doesn't always work, especially if you're wearing polarized sunglasses. I've noticed this issue with the sunglasses yesterday when I was wearing my sunglasses and I couldn't see the screen outside in sunlight. So keep this in mind also. We have the volume rockers on the left. We also have the power button and a do not disturb switch right here on the right side. A microphone hole, and the loudspeaker of this device is situated right here near the USB Type-C port, and this is a false loudspeaker. No dual speakers on this device, which is a bummer if you ask me, and also the audio quality coming from this speaker, from this single speaker, is actually nothing out of the ordinary, nothing to write home about. It's okay, it's decent, it's actually quite powerful, but there is nothing spectacular when consuming multimedia, for example, when listening to music, watching videos on YouTube and whatnot. So I'm a bit disappointed in the audio quality in terms of the speaker. Also, you don't have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which again lacks on this device, but curiously enough, you can actually find it on a different device that's half the price of the OnePlus 6T, and this is the Pocophone F1 from Xiaomi, which sells for $300, and you get the headphone jack. You also get dual stereo speakers and a lot of other extra features that the OnePlus 6T actually doesn't have. And one of those features is the fact that you cannot expand the memory inside with a micro SD. What I have here is the 8 GB of RAM coupled with 256 GB of internal storage, but there is no expansion to this storage. Also, you don't get any ingress protection certification with this phone, so I wouldn't know how well it fares against water or dust for that matter. You also get a dual camera setup on the back that actually performs really well. I would rather say that I was impressed by the results that these cameras right here are able to produce. Excellent HDR. This is one thing that I noticed right from the beginning. It has a great HDR mode. General results are really good, but sometimes I do notice some lack of details even in good lighting conditions such as daylight. Also, in terms of low light photography, I highly encourage you to use this phone with a tripod. Otherwise, if you shake your hands or something like this, you will ruin the whole photo that you are trying to capture. Video is actually great. It records 4K at 60 FPS or 30 FPS, and it has electronic stabilization, but something that bothers me a lot with this video camera is the microphones, which to my honest opinion are some of the worst that I ever used on a mobile device. I'm not going to insist. I've made a camera test. You can see it on the channel, so go ahead and look for that video. Snapdragon 845 with Adreno 630 under the hood. Very nice performance. The phone runs on Android 9 Pie with its own UI called Oxygen OS, which is a very nice interface. It's almost stock Android, but it also supports a lot of interesting things in terms of customization, and you can customize your whole experience with the device, and also everything that happens in the background with the resources and whatnot. Very good gaming experience, very nice, very fluid. The phone comes with liquid cooling system, so I haven't noticed any overheating issues when using the OnePlus 6T when gaming or doing some I don't know, heavier tasks. Also, another thing that I don't like is the fact that it has some pre-installed apps, some bloatware made by OnePlus that require a lot of permissions to private data for I don't know what reasons. And this is something that I never liked about OnePlus products, because always they always have to have access to your private data, photos, emails, messages, contacts and whatnot. To me, it's a bit too much in terms of privacy, and this is one thing that annoys me again with the OnePlus 6T this time around. Call quality excellent, great signal reception, no issues in terms of connectivity, in terms of Wi-Fi, 4G LTE and things like this, GPS. I had some small issues with the Bluetooth, mainly when using my wireless headphones, when at some points it would disconnect from the headphones, and I would not be able to I don't know, listen to music or whatever I was doing. Also, the range isn't the best in terms of Bluetooth connectivity, so this may be a bug, a software bug, which will be fixed in a next software update. I don't know, but what I'm telling you, it's my experience so far with the OnePlus 6T. But in general, very good connectivity, very good call quality, very nice in this aspect. What else there is to say about the OnePlus 6T? As I said, this is a phone that comes with a lot of things, that offers a lot of things for the money, but still it lacks a lot of other features that other devices from other manufacturers offer. It offers face recognition, which is not something spectacular. It uses 2D facial recognition and it works really fast. I had no issues. And it also sports a in-display optical fingerprint sensor or scanner, which also works really great, or at least to me it worked really great, because I've seen a lot of people on YouTube complaining about the fact that the fingerprint scanner inside the OnePlus 6T, it's bad, it doesn't work properly, it's something that they would not recommend you to use. Totally false. I had no issues with the fingerprint scanner. It worked perfect every single time. The only issue that I had with the fingerprint scanner was the first time that I registered it, when for some unknown reasons I had to try for about 3 times to register my fingerprint. But afterwards it worked like a charm and I had no issues so far with the fingerprint scanner built inside the display of the OnePlus 6T. What can I say? This is a interesting device, if you ask me. This is a good device. It has some issues here and there, especially in terms of build quality. It lacks a lot of features that I need, such as a dual stereo setup for the loudspeaker, micro SD expansion, ingress protection, wireless charging, because although the device comes with a glass back panel, it doesn't support wireless charging. So this is another thing that it features, but it doesn't bother me too much because I don't really use wireless charging. It's an interesting device. It's an interesting device for the price point. It's an interesting device for the category that it plays in. I consider the OnePlus 6T to be a very good device, but a very good mid-range device and not at all a premium flagship device. Basically, there are too many differences in terms of specs, features and whatnot between the OnePlus 6T and a premium flagship device such as the Huawei Mate 20 Pro for example, which I also have here. And it's something that simply, in my honest opinion, destroys the OnePlus 6T. Also, the OnePlus 6T has a big problem with devices far cheaper, such as the Xiaomi Pocophone F1, which for half the price offer basically 90% of the OnePlus 6T experience, and also come with some extra features for that price that the OnePlus 6T lacks. So to me it doesn't justify, if you want, to consider this device to be a flagship killer, because it actually isn't. It's a great if you want, a very good mid-range device, but what can I say? This is just my opinion. I highly encourage you to go ahead to try it out, to test it out, and if you like it, why not buy it? But in my honest opinion, there are better devices on the market. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one, and as always, my friends, be safe, be good.